What is up guys, Ben and welcome back to a new video. Today what I have for you is Season 2 of my career mode. We're starting the second season, we're staying with Southampton, we're going to get some shit done. But before we get on into this episode, I'd just like to say congratulations to Germany, who won the World Cup. I did actually have Brazil down to win the World Cup from the start of it, but obviously they got battered, and then I had Argentina down. I never thought the Germans could go the whole way and do it, but they played some fast and flowing, some exciting football at times, and some dirty, gritty football at other times to get the job done the German way. And you know, they are by far and away everybody in Europe should be looking at them and how they're managing their youth system with 40,000 professional youth coaches compared to England's 5,000. You know, that's what you need to do if you want to win a World Cup. But I'm not here to talk about how England needs to sort their shit out. I'm here to talk about how I've sorted my shit out in Southampton. As you see here, we've made a few signings. We've made Dijkmeyer, who was 4 million. Sterling was 6 million, which I think was an absolute bargain. And Lukaku was 15 million, which was even more of a bargain, really. So, oh, sorry, I had a hiccup / burp. So, you know, I made some good signings. We've changed the team around a little bit. We're now going to be playing Lallana at cam, and we're going to be playing Sterling out on the left and Rodriguez on the right. And we're going to start switching people in and out, and we have more depth in squad now. We have more of a squad to play with, so we don't have to keep playing the same side over and over again. You know, we have you'll see a new signing as well in this episode. You know, I've made some good signings, some quality players, and hopefully they can come in and do the business for me. But we are actually going to sim this game against Picasso, I can't remember who it is. But we're only going to sim it because I didn't expect them to be much cop. They were playing a 4-3-3, nothing really drastic. As you can see there, the team is untouched. And I was going to let the whole game roll out, and I thought, nah, sort of, I'll just skip it. And we win 3-0 rather than convincing. Ibarbo, I think, got sent off. It was Ibarbo got sent off in this one, which was a bit weird. But you know, sending off in a friendly doesn't really matter. And we do have a transfer offer a transfer offer accepted for Daniel Sturridge, who is the other striker I'm going to bring in. I do have a choice of 3 strikers now: Ibarbo, Sturridge, and Lukaku. My main two are going to be Sturridge and Lukaku because Sturridge is English, and I want to get him in the England squad because I want to go and manage England now that I have won the World Cup with Colombia. If you didn't see that last episode, we're just adjusting the budget here so we can actually afford Daniel Sturridge's wages. But like I said, we're making some quality signings, we're making some positive signings, and we're making more depth into the squad, which is what I plan on doing throughout the next 2 or 3 seasons. You know, I want to bring in Royce at some point, and obviously he's going to cost me a good 40 mil. So I think I'm going to bring him in next season, I think, or maybe even the season after, if we can get that far before FIFA 15 comes out. As you can see there, we did put a bid in for Aubameyang, but they wanted more, and we did actually get Candreva, but I can't remember exactly what the bid was. I think it was 10 million, but we didn't have 10 million. I don't think. I cocked up. Basically, I bet on way too many players, and I didn't think I'd get Candreva. You know, for 10 million, he's got some absolutely fantastic stats, and he's only 27, which he's still got 5 years left in him. So I didn't expect to get him. We did request some funds, but we didn't hear anything back in this episode. I've already requested a 10 million sum, so they're most likely not going to give me anything. Don't worry, for those of you that like gameplay, there will be 2 games in this. There will be a friendly against Napoli and a community shield against Liverpool. So we're going to go straight on into that friendly against Napoli. Now, I thought this would be a good time to try out Lukaku. He did play in the last game. He didn't score a goal, so I thought I'd try him out for myself. It's exactly the same team. It's untouched. Ibarbo and Lukaku up front, Lallana, and then we have Sterling, Rodriguez, Wanyama, and then the defence is always the same with Dijkmeyer added in now. We get off to a fantastic start here, really. We get a good ball in from Rodriguez, and it falls on Lukaku's weak foot. Now, if any of you haven't seen Zinedine Zidane's weak foot volley it was either the Champions League final, I think it was, for Real Madrid. They were running down the left-hand side. I think it was Roberto Carlos, crosses it in, and Zinedine Zidane, that looked exactly like that. Obviously, Zinedine Zidane was a bit further out, and obviously Zinedine Zidane was better because Zinedine Zidane's was in real life. But that reminded me a lot of that goal. We went 1-0 up, obviously, and it wasn't long before we got our second goal. Lallana playing it to Ibarbo playing it, misplaying it, and then the defenders had an absolute mare. He had a nightmare, and he's just left it for Lallana, who runs in, and he's not going to miss many of those. Maybe 1 in 10 he's going to miss of those. He's quite a good finisher. So we go 2-0 up, and it looks like we're going to take the win here. You know, Napoli on a tough side to someone who's just won the Premier League, the Capital One Cup, and the FA Cup. and the manager who's on the World Cup. Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah. No, but but I expected a win here. The only players they had that I was worrying about were Hamšík, Barami, Inler, and there was one more. Higuain they brought on. But we do score from the trusty corner here. It is big Lukaku getting up high. He's 6'3" and he's an absolute monster. So we got up well there, and he put that into the corner. So he's very good. His agility is like 50. He's very slow off the mark, but once he gets going, he's an absolute tank. And whenever the ball comes flying into the box, he's brilliant. A brilliant cross there from Luke Shaw, actually. I think no, it wasn't Luke Shaw. It was Sterling to Lallana. A little bit like it was a little bit like Schürrle's cross yesterday to Götze. So obviously that was in the World Cup final. But anyway, Lukaku gets his second goal of the game with another header, and I like scoring a lot of headers in this game. And usually I had Mayuka there, and I thought, wow, Lukaku's like a good 4 or 5 inches taller and stronger, so it can't be bad. We go into half time, 3-0 up, I think it is. Like I said, there was never 5-0 up full time. Did I show all the goals? Yeah, I must have. Yeah, sorry. 5-0 up at full time. As you can see, we're absolutely dominant. Raheem Sterling getting man of the match on the first game I played with him. Obviously, they played in that last game, but I didn't play. Lukaku getting a hat trick. Sterling getting a hat trick of assists. It was just a pretty damn good game, really. Played very, very well. And we're just going to move straight on into the admin. We did have a game against Real Sociedad, but I thought, I can't really bother to play that because it's another game that I'm just going to dominate. They don't really have any good players, and so I just thought, yeah, sod it. I'll put the same team out and I'll just sim it because there's no one really there. That it was in this game. My barber got a red card. Sorry. But it doesn't really matter. Like I said, they don't count for much in friendlies. Lukaku actually came off for Mayuka in that game. Mayuka actually scored a goal, so the computer is clearly better with Mayuka. But as you can see here, we have had a transfer offer accepted for Daniel Sturridge. The contract offer accepted, sorry. We're going to accept that all day long. Daniel Sturridge is a fantastic player. Quick, decent strength, decent in the air. And he's got a good shot in there, man. He's English and young, so we're obviously going to be snapping that up all day of the week. We're just going to place him straight into the side. Him and... no, that's it. I did put him and Lukaku up front to begin with. Took Ibarbo out, and then I got a message from him, bitch-ass1, and I think I show the message in a minute. So I'll talk about that then. But yeah, as you can see, Ibarbo has 97 sprint speed. He's mental. Well, you see there's a lot of finishing difference there. I can't see the exact amount, but there's a lot in it. So I did take Ibarbo out to begin with, to make sure that everybody was satisfied. And then I advanced to the area as his bitch-ass whine, and he's saying about, I'm in form and I think I should play. My name's Ibarbo and I'm a little bitch. But no, so I thought I might as well keep morale high. I might as well keep him at the club, because if he goes, then we're back to the same problem as last year. We've only got 2 strikers that I want to play, and no one to sub in if one gets injured, or if they're tired, then I have to play them. Like last year, I played Ron and Januzaj up front for a couple of games, So what I do want a substitute striker, so I'm just going to have to keep on swapping him and Sturridge and Lukaku around, see what the best one is. And I've learned a lot more playing career mode than I did watching it. I watched a lot of career modes before, and playing it, I realised that you need to have a look at the calendar and plan ahead for the fitness, and how it takes about 4 days for a player's fitness to go from red to full, 4 or 5 days, something like that. So I've learned a lot more playing it. So hopefully there will be less newbie mistakes this time around, and hopefully in this season we'll go just as good, if not better. We have got the Champions League to contend with. But as you can see, we do take out Lukaku for Ibarbo, and we play the Ibarbo and Sturridge up front. A very quick front line against against Liverpool in this Community Shield. In this Community Shield at Wembley. It's raining, and we actually get off to a flyer here. Ibarbo just runs. That's what he does best. He just runs. No one gets anywhere near him. That defender comes across and sort of gives up, and just no one gets anywhere near him. You saw before it was on legendary, so I can't be accused of putting it on a shit difficulty. So Ibarbo just ran like a madman, and he did what he did best. And so we go 1-0 up, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want to win this, bring home the first piece of silverware of the summer, or the season, and we go into half time 1-0. And it was another fairly comfortable game. Liverpool were playing a very weak side. There was no Sturridge, obviously, so I took him. Took him. No Sterling. I took him. No Suarez. I don't know where he's off, but Suarez didn't play. They're playing the likes of Danny Pacheco, a young Spanish guy they had about 2 seasons ago. He was tipped to be the next Fernando Torres when Fernando Torres was good and stuff like that, but he hasn't shown any sign of that. And they had that Soooooo that they're after in real life as well. But you know, many things in my team can change. The strikers can change, the defenders can change, but one thing will never change is that Dejan Lovren will score from a corner, because he is the most ridiculous person I've used from corners. He is so good. He's slow, but it's worth it for the corners. And that is it. You know, we went 2-0. A 2-0 win, not hugely convincing on my behalf. And I'll admit that they were fairly solid in defence. You know, they had the likes of Skirto, Aga, Jose Enrique, and Johnson. I think they played in the back. You know, so they were fairly solid. I couldn't really break them down too easily. But Sturridge was actually really poor in this game. He had a lot of shots and didn't put any in the net. But his pace is always going to be a threat when I pair him up with Lukaku for the next game. And hopefully he can live up to either his potential or what I think he can be anyway. Raheem Sterling getting another man of the match, which is showing great promise already. Hopefully he can turn into a high 80s rated player. But that is the end of this episode. If you could drop a like and a comment, it would mean a lot. If you could share it with any friends, family, whatever, then that would also mean a lot. As you can see here, Luke Shaw, the kerfuffle we had with Luke Shaw saying he was going to leave. He's decided now that I am actually the best club in Europe and he wants to stay at Southampton. And I was tempted to say, nah, mate, you've made your bed, lie in it, you know. I'm not giving you a new contract. But then I thought, maybe it's worth keeping him around because he's 19 and he could turn into something very special. And Ibarbo was happy that we actually gave him a chance. Oh, hey, gaffer. You know, so hopefully he stops whining. Hopefully the morale of the players goes up a little bit more. But as we're going to sim this, I'm just going to say another thank you for, you know, I haven't uploaded in a day. Yeah, I think I missed... Oh yeah, I'm recording this on Monday, so I missed Monday. This video you're seeing now is going to be out on Tuesday, so I missed today. And we were receiving a bid for Kurt Zuma, and that's never going to happen. I think I asked like £42 million from or something. So obviously Bayern Munich, stupid, but not that stupid. But yeah, I'm not going to upload on Monday. I just wanted a little break after the World Cup final and after the first season. I don't really want to do any Ultimate Team because I think it's fairly dead at the minute. You know, a lot of people are covering huge, ridiculous wages, like 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 million coin wages, and it's like I can't even get 1 million coins. So I think I've got about 200 grand on Ultimate Team now. I spent a lot of it on packs in the FUT World Cup, and I'm playing a lot of that. So, you know, I don't really have much. But we're going to sort the team out now. We're going to put a lot of reserve players in just to give everybody a rest. It's against West Ham, so it should be an easy game. We're going to have all the big boys on the bench anyway, but even if we do lose it, it's first game of the season, it's not really end of the world, sorry. But anyway, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Please do be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. It would mean a lot, and I'll see you guys in my next video.